CBI News at 9 starts now.
An investigation is underway after a man shot and killed 6 people, including a 7-year-old child in Clay County. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight at 9 o'clock. I'm Khamari Haymer. At least 4 of them have been confirmed to be family members of the suspect. I spoke with family members of the victims who are fed up with gun violence.
When they first told me, I just couldn't believe it.
When they said it was my brother, I was really shocked about it. Didn't want to believe that he had got killed.
Kimberly Moore and Versi Jennings are still in shock after hearing the news about the death of their family members and the identity of the suspect. Clay County Sheriff Eddie Scott tells WCBI 24-year-old Derica Moore shot and killed 67-year-old Glenn Moore, 55-year-old Willie Gins, 33-year-old Quentin Moore at this home on David Hill Road. All 3 victims were related to the shooter. Moore then allegedly stole a Ford F-150 that belonged to Quentin Moore. It is believed that the shooter then traveled to Blake Road and forced his way into this home and attempted to sexually assault someone. While he was there, Moore reportedly shot and killed a 7-year-old girl who was also his second cousin.
It really is a sad situation. I really don't know what the causing of this. We all just need prayer at this time.
The killing continued. Clay County investigators say Moore left in the stolen truck and drove to this home on Salome Griffith Road. Deputies found the stolen truck behind the home, signs of forced entry, and the bodies of Barry and Samuel Bradley.
We all lift our hearts in prayer for the victims and families. Again, this is really shaking our community. And for me, almost 30 years in this is one of the toughest ones we had to work.
The suspect had no prior history with law enforcement, and at this time, there's no clear motive behind the crime spree.
Mental illness, that's something serious that we as a family should take, try to check on our people because, like I said, we really don't know what happened and what the situation is, but it was just a family dispute, and we asking for prayer.
Moore is being charged with first-degree murder. That charge is expected to be upgraded to capital murder. More charges are also expected to come. And the suspect is expected to appear before a judge on Monday for a preliminary hearing. We are continuing our coverage on this horrific incident in Clay County. A man is in custody for a shooting spree that killed several members of his own family. The act is shocking even to professionals used to dealing with violent crimes. WCBI'S Anthony Jenkins Jr. has been following this story, joins us live in the studio with more. So Anthony, what can you tell us?
Well, Khamari, suspect Derica Moore is currently facing a first-degree murder that could soon be upgraded to capital murder. Clay County Sheriff Eddie Scott and District Attorney Scott Colomb says this is the toughest and worst investigation they have faced in years.
We wanted to say that we all lift our hearts in prayer for the victims and families. Again, this is really shaking our community.
Friday night ended with a devastating loss for a Clay County family with 4 family members dead and another family member charged with killing them and 2 other men. Suspect Derica Moore allegedly shot and killed his father, uncle, and brother at one location near Blake Road in Cedar Bluff. Moore is also accused of killing a 7-year-old girl who is reported to be a relative. This is the kind of crime that even shakes a seasoned law enforcement officer like Clay County Sheriff Eddie Scott.
Personally, I don't know what kind of motive you could have to kill a 7-year-old. It's just none out there that you can explain to me why this would happen. But again, as I say, and it shook me pretty hard too. But right now, like I said, my focus is the resolve of solving this case for our victims and being there for these families and doing what we can to support them.
This situation, I'm like with the sheriff. Somebody killing their dad, their brother, their uncle in a short period of time, a 7-year-old who's related to them. I mean, I can't get an answer to that one. It's hard to preempt that.
The suspect is also believed to have killed 2 more men who were not relatives at a third location near Salome Griffith Road. 16th Judicial District Attorney Scott Colomb says he is ready to push for the maximum when it comes to prosecuting this case.
If he's eligible for the death penalty, the district attorney's office is going to go for the death penalty. You got to have some cases. Typically I would consult with the victims and wait down the line, but there's some cases just that they've got to get the worst punishment. they got to get the worst punishment.
In Clay County telling your story, Anthony Jenkins Jr., WCBI News. The investigation is still ongoing. If you have any information, you are to ask and contact the Clay County Sheriff's Office, Golden Triangle Crime Stoppers, or use the anonymous P3 tip app.
Well, we received a lot of rain the past 2 nights. Just last night, we received close to 3.6 inches of rain. That brings us to around 3.8 inches of rainfall so far, and that's above the normal rainfall total today. We're supposed to typically have around 1.5 inches, and that's great news because it has been dry the past couple of months. Now, after that storm system whipped by, a cold front pushed through the area. That's dropping our temperatures down. We are in the low 50s to mid to upper 40s throughout the area, and clouds will continue to clear away. Temperatures will drop down into the mid to upper 30s tonight, ending up with mostly clear skies. Khamari?
Thank you so much, Michael. Well, it was a very scary moment for a driver in Yalobusha County Thursday. According to the Yalobusha County Sheriff's Office, a driver escaped serious injuries after the vehicle drove into the emergency spillway at Enid Lake. The driver was taken to the hospital, was treated, and was released. The driver told responders that fog in the area around midnight caused the crash. According to the Yalobusha County Emergency Management, the Yalobusha County Dive Team and Sheriff's Office and Lee's Towing all responded to the scene. Well, tonight there's growing fallout in Minneapolis, Minnesota after the fatal shooting of Renee Good by an ICE agent. There were large organized protests today in the city calling for justice for Good and for ICE to leave Minnesota. There were also protests in cities nationwide and what organizers dubbed ICE Out for Good weekend of action. CBS News correspondent Aisha Qureshi is in Minneapolis tonight.
What's her name? Say her name!
Thousands of people braved sub-zero temperatures to protest this week's fatal shooting of Renee Nicole Good and the Trump administration's surge of immigration agents to the Twin Cities.
As a person of color, I have to hold my passport just in case ICE comes to me.
Today, the latest video of the shooting. This one, posted by the Department of Homeland Security, claims to show Good was allegedly impeding agents immediately before the confrontation on Portland Avenue. This cell phone video released Friday from Jonathan Ross, the federal immigration officer who opened fire. The new images are raising tensions and questions about Ross's tactics.
That's fine, dude. I'm not mad at you.
Who has served at the agency for over a decade. Minneapolis Police Chief Brian O'Hara.
Anytime a police officer fires a gun at an unarmed motorist in a car that's moving, it's deeply concerning.
It'll be the same plate when you come talk to us.
Late Friday, Good's wife, who is also in the video, gave a statement to Minnesota Public Radio, saying in part, "We stopped to support our neighbors. We had whistles. They had guns." She was part of a community response to more than 2,000 ICE officers deployed to the Twin Cities in a Trump administration blitz against illegal immigration. Today, Minnesota's congressional representatives tried to visit the ICE offices in Minneapolis. They were asked to leave. Last night, bedlam at 2 downtown Minneapolis hotels. Protesters created a ruckus where ICE agents were thought to be staying. Police made 29 arrests. But Saturday, the city's mayor complimented citizens for the overall peaceful demonstrations.
Will not counter Donald Trump's chaos with their own brand of chaos here. We in Minneapolis are going to do this right.
Usher Qureshi, CBS News, Minneapolis.